Hey everyone, wanted to talk about tuning today. So, the great news for everybody that's in the LM2 community is that tuning finally happened. A lot of people didn't believe it was ever going to happen, but it did. So, right now we have a couple options. First one to release tuning is Run VSC. We have PPEI also releasing, I believe it's April 1st. And we have rumored that Duramax tuners or calibrated power tuning is closely after. Bank still hasn't released an exact date. They seem to definitely be struggling with their product. Allegedly the Derringer in its current form is just not doing the trick for the LM2. So, what tuner would I choose from the current options? Of course, we always have the delete options out there. There's a very interesting podcast that just came out that talks about where some of the current deletes are coming from, and it's kind of sad. And it pointed out a bunch of few points. If you guys want to check it out, go to the Diesel podcast, and I believe it's yesterday they posted that video. It's Corey from PPEI talking about where some of these tune files are coming from for the deletes. I've been having a truck where I haven't had the chance to tune it for such a while. I've had my truck for now a little bit over 2 years. Has given me, a bunch of opportunity to outweigh the good, the bad, and the ugly about deletes and emissions compliant tuning. So I think for now, at least, I am going to go with emissions compliant tuning. And I think my tuner of choice, I'm going to probably make a choice by Friday. And I'm 99% sure that I'm going to go with PPEI. Reason for that is PPEI seems to have amazing customer service. And I'll mention this in a little bit. Again, they also have an amazing reputation. As you guys know, they have done stuff even as big as the Beast for the president of the United States of America. So if Corey from PPEI can tune the Beast for the president, I'm pretty sure I'll feel confident with him tuning my LM2. Now, hopefully that takes advantage of the upgrades like intake and intercooler. I will definitely make that a mention. Maybe they can make the tune a little bit spicier, as I probably have a little bit more intake temperature control and can probably control those EGTs a little bit better with the intercooler. But we'll see what he says. I think that's probably the safest bet. It's not the spiciest tune compared to Run VSE, but I did see something that I wasn't quite a fan of on the dyno charts with Run VSE. So it seems like their tune is definitely spicy, but it's not a sustainable spicy. So what do I mean by that? If the tune hits hard and it overfuels and your EGTs climb up, let's say to 1400 degrees where the factory safeties are, the truck is going to automatically start backing down power on that. And if you see some of their dyno graphs, you can kind of see that where their torque curve kind of slopes down pretty drastically. On a diesel truck, it should be quite a bit flatter than that. So from what I see that PPEI is doing, which is a 45 horsepower tune, I think that's pretty obvious what's going on there. I would love to hear from everybody that's getting the Run VSC tune. I believe the Run VSC tune, the short burst, is probably going to be a faster truck probably, but I think the PPEI, I hate repeating that name so many times, tune is probably going to be a lot more sustainable over a long period of time, especially if you're towing or working the truck, which I'm not. I use my truck mostly as a daily driver, but I am interested in the longevity of the truck. So if it's hitting off the safety and then backing down fuel because EGTs are high, that's something that's definitely not going to make me happy. So TCM tuning. I think on these trucks, if you do just ECM tuning and do not do the TCM, I think you're leaving a lot on the plate. These 10 speeds are known for having a lot of room to improve on. As you guys know, the 10 speeds on the 1500s, even the 2500 Allison branded transmissions don't have a full lockup, and their shifts are not as fast as they should be. Anytime you increase the power, you should definitely increase line pressure to, you know, hold those clutches in better. Anytime you can introduce a better lockup, that's gonna help. Anytime that you can lug a diesel around at a lower RPM without the truck downshifting, letting the turbo do its job, that's gonna be better for your fuel economy. It should be better for DEF usage. It should hold EGTs a little bit lower. So it's a lot of improvements come from having TCM tuning. I think in Corey's video, he said it himself. It seems like you can get more out of the truck with the TCM tuning than just the ECM tuning. So I'm hoping that getting both the ECM and TCM tuning definitely make this tuning worth it. It is quite a chunk of money. I think by the end of paying everything, I calculated it would be around $2,600. PPEI has a special going on. I think it's 15% off on the actual tuning this week. So I think it ends on Friday. So if you guys are on the fence on it, that might be a little bit extra motivator. I am curious to see, you know, I'm not talking smack about Run VSC, but it's just something in that tuning graph. It, you know, being from the performance side of things and seeing a lot of dyno graphs, what they posted as a dyno graph kind of looks like what we call a hero pass. You know, definitely the pass that you make to show off numbers to your friends and put it, you know, and flex it on your friends to see, you know, max peak horsepower, but it's usually not the pass that you leave the truck on or the car on, you know, when you're going to take it out and drive it on the street. Usually you back it down a little bit and you look for the best, you know, torque curve, you know, overall. So I may be wrong, just my opinion. I think PPEI is the better choice between the two. I think probably Duramax tuners is going to be along the lines of what Corey from PPEI is doing. So we'll see what happens there. Deletes wise, it looks like most of what is available delete wise right now is EGR and urea delete, you know, deleting the DEF off of the vehicle, which seems like they just close the EGR valves and just tell the system to stop using DEF. Absolutely amazing. I might do that in the future, maybe not, who knows. But for the moment, I'm gonna see if there's a full delete that shows up in the next couple years, meaning exhaust parts and all that stuff. And then when that does happen, make sure you do your research. Make sure where that file is coming from, who is tuning your truck. Make sure it's not one of these Russian files or Chinese files that come over, get sent out to Canada. You know, everybody's trying to cover their ass. They're trying to, you know, have these files come from somewhere else, so that way nobody is responsible. Customer service does suffer with that. The tunes tend to be dirtier on those. If you care or if you don't care, I would definitely look for a reputable tuner if you're gonna get a delete. I haven't seen any exhaust parts, you know, getting rid of the SCRF on the trucks yet, but I'm sure that's soon to come. I'm sure it's just a matter of people getting somebody that manufacture them. Um, Customer service is probably one of the other pushes why I'm going to go with PPEI, and I would just give, not to talk smack about Run VSC, but they seem to be very vocal on YouTube. They seem to be vocal on some of the groups, but I've called them about 3 times and I have not been able to get in contact with anybody. I also left 2 voicemails with all my information, what I was asking them, phone number, hey, call me back, this and that. Didn't get a response back, didn't get a call back or anything. That kind of let me have a little bit of a bad taste in my mouth. It may be just a unique experience that, they've just been busy and just haven't been able to get in touch with me. But, it's enough to make me worry, especially when you're spending $2,000 plus on a tune that on a, $70,000 truck. So I've done the same thing with PPEI, and every single time I've called, it has not gone to voicemail. I've gotten somebody on the phone on that. They're also very vocal. If you DM them or anything on Instagram, or even Corey on his Instagram, So I think that pretty much made my decision solid. I think I'm gonna go that route, do the emissions compliant tuning for a little bit, and then as maybe other off-road tunes are available, we'll see what happens in the future. Unfortunately, the truck is probably gonna scoot, but I'm not gonna get that amazing diesel sound or turbo whistle out of the exhaust still being emissions compliant. But hey, fuck, in my mid-30s now, so I guess I don't need a loud truck like I used to, but I'd still like it. I'm not gonna lie. I'd still like to hear the exhaust. So I may get a little jelly once you guys start getting, full deletes and removing the SCRF. I guess it'll be easier anyways after your tune, because you're already gonna have an unlocked ECM and TCM. So that should make it a lot easier in that way. So I think that pretty much covers my decision. I am curious to see what Run VSC does with upgraded turbo kits. That is something that I may look into the future too. I know that everybody says, and I've confirmed with a few people, that the turbo does seem to be the limiting factor on these trucks. Either that be a bigger turbo or a revised version of the turbo with better turbine and compressor wheels. We'll see what options come out there and how much of a difference it makes. So I'm curious to see how this process goes. Today is Wednesday. I'll be ordering my my tune most likely this Friday, and I'll try to update you guys on the process. As if you guys are aware or not, ECM and TCM will have to get removed from the truck. Has to get shipped out there. There'll be some amount of downtime for them to unlock it and then ship it back. Then you just plug everything back in and then just load the tune, it seems. So I want to document the whole experience, and we'll see how much of a difference it makes. So if you guys have any questions, anything that you guys specifically want me to go through, or in a high amount of detail of any kind of the process, let me know. This is probably going to be an ongoing process for the next month. Tune does not release from PPEI until April 1st, but we'll see what all they can do. All right, as always, guys, thank you for watching. If you guys get a chance, please like, subscribe, comment, whatever questions you guys have, and I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you, everyone. Bye.